Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Last week, on our morning work, we did subtracting across zeros, where you had to regroup across zeros. Today, we're going to do the same thing. So this week, also subtracting across zeros. Some people in my classes, probably not this one, didn't do very well. So I need to make sure we cover that and we understand perfectly how to do that. So I'm going to do 3 problems. The first one I'm going to do is find the difference between 800 and 17. Now on the sideboard they're written horizontally, but obviously when we are subtracting we want to write them vertically, so they're lined up by place value. Lined up ones place over ones place, tens place over tens place. So now if we look at this, we always start subtraction in our smallest place value. And our smallest place value in this case is the ones place. So I ask myself, can I take 7 from 0? And that is not possible. So that means I need to regroup. When I regroup, I go to the next biggest place value. Well, darn it all, the next biggest place value is a 0 as well, in the tens place. So now I have to go to the next biggest place value, which in this case is my hundreds place. So I need to trade in some of those hundreds, so I have enough ones to subtract 7 from, but I also have to trade them so I have enough tens to subtract 1 from. So this requires a little bit of thinking. So we're going to take one of our hundreds. So now that 100, instead of 8 hundreds, now I have 700. I'm taking the other 100 and I'm dividing it into 10 tens. So I have to add 10 tens to what I have. I don't have any tens. So now I have a $700 bills and I have 10 $10 bills. So that is exactly the same amount of money. But I still can't subtract in my ones. So I need to take one of those tens. So now I only have 9 tens. And I need to add that 10 over to the ones place. So now instead of 0 ones, I have 10 tens. I didn't change the value. That'd be like $700 bills with 9 $10 bills and 10 $1 bills. It's still worth $800. We just broke it up. Now I can subtract. 10 subtract 7 is what class? 3. 9 subtract 1 is what class? 8. 7 subtract nothing else is what class? 7. Okay, I saw a lot of people, well, I saw some people, obviously not in this class, just bring down the 7, just bring down the 1, just bring down the 8, and they made the number bigger when we're supposed to subtract. Marilyn?
Whenever I do this, I always push my answer down because I add the bottom number with the answer I got to make sure it's the top.
Good. So what Marilyn's saying is to check it, I can add this 17 to my difference, and it should get 800. Let's do just one more. Just one more. So let's do 700 subtract 56. Now let's talk. Is my answer going to be greater than or less than 650? Less, because I'm taking away more than 50. A lot less than 650? No, just a little bit less. So same thing, I want to write it vertically. I can't do the 0, subtract 6. I can't regroup from the tens place. So I regroup from the hundreds place, and now I only have 6 hundreds. Trade that for 10 tens. Okay, still can't do this. So I take one of those tens. So now I have 9 tens, and I have 10 ones. 10 subtract 6 is 4. 9 subtract 5 is 4. 6 subtract nothing else is 6. Some people, probably not in this class, when they were doing this, they actually got an answer that was greater than what they started with.
What?
So that means sometimes they added because they weren't paying attention, they were working quickly. So you got to make sure you're taking your time, you're thinking. Check your work. It's only 3 problems every day if you keep track of it. I have some people, obviously not in this class, who on Friday end up having to do 15 of them instead of just 3. So keep track of where you put your paper, because it's ridiculous to do 15 when you should just have to do 3. Boom, shakalaka, peace out, God bless, love you, do something kind today. Subscribe.